Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new video. Today's video is, I'm sure you can tell from the title, but it is my Romantasy Readathon reading vlog. So Romantasy Readathon is a readathon all about fantasy romance books. It is being hosted by a bunch of different people. There's like teams and stuff. So I will try to leave all of that information and their channels and stuff linked down below. But you know that fantasy romance is my favorite genre to read. So I'm really excited for this readathon. I'm very in the fantasy romance reading mood, and I have a lot of books that I am really excited to get to. So today is actually the 11th. This readathon starts on the 12th, but I have to end a day early because I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon with some of my friends, and so I'm going to end early. So I figured I could start a day early. So first of all, my team that I chose for this readathon, it's a week-long readathon if I didn't say that already, but the team that I chose is Team Dark Romance. I just liked the prompts for this one the most. I was like, knee-jerk reaction was to join the Enemies to Lovers team because like Enemies to Lovers is my everything. But one of the prompts, I was like not sure how to interpret it, so I was like, I'll just choose a different team. And I do like dark romance, so. Plus, I'm sure that I will be reading some Enemies to Lovers. I already know that I have some Enemies to Lovers books on this TBR. Let's get into the prompts. Let's get into the books that I will be reading this week. So the first prompt is a forbidden romance trope, and for this I'm going to be picking up A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. I saw Jody from Vanilla Moon pick this one up, and she, I think, ended up giving it like 3 stars, but it's like really short and really fast to read. It's less than 300 pages. And Rachel from Ravenhaired Reader recently picked it up, and she said it was just like a silly goofy time. So I'm gonna try that because I know there's a forbidden romance trope, but I don't remember the synopsis of this book very well. So once I read it or like get into it a little bit, I'll give you a better synopsis of it, but I do know that it does have a forbidden romance trope. The second prompt is a book with a morally gray character, and for that I'm going to be picking up Angel's Blood by Nalini Singh. So this is the first Guild Hunter book. So again, I don't know a ton about this one. I think it's a vampire hunter and an archangel romance, but I believe since she's a vampire hunter, I think she's a little bit morally gray. I don't even know if I'm being honest. There is also the Archangel who just says he's dangerously beautiful and is so lethal that no mortal wants his attention. Only one thing is clear, failure is not an option. So he could be the morally gray character. I'm sure there's morally gray characters in here. I don't know. I haven't read it yet. But I do know that Sarah J. Maas, this is one of her favorite like book series, and she was really inspired by this. And I've just heard such great things about it. And I think this is going to be the first one that I start. And I'm going to start this one today, like as soon as I finish filming this. So the next prompt is a book that you've been dying to get to, and for this one, I have been dying to get to this one ever since I saw about it on Instagram. It is A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. So this is, I believe, an Enemies to Lovers. So on Instagram, I saw like pages, like quotes from pages that somebody had annotated and highlighted, and like that was all I saw. I read the line and I was like, sign me up. So I think it's going to be very like hate to love, and those quotes just like instantly hooked me. So I'm so excited to get to this one. I saw it a couple weeks ago, and then I knew I was going to be doing this readathon, so I've been saving it. So I have been dying to get to it. And then, of course, there is the group book, which is Court of Ravens and Ruin by Eliza Rain. So this is another, like, really short one. It's less than 300 pages. But again, I don't know anything about this other than it is the group pick, and I really like the cover. So I'll read it. I'll give you a better synopsis once I actually know what it's about. But I'm definitely going to be picking this one up this week. Now, this doesn't fit a specific prompt for, like, my team, but I do want to pick it up, and it is a fantasy romance, and that is A Twist of the Blade by S.M. Gaither. This is the second book in the Shadow and Crowns series. I read the first book, Song of the Marked, last summer, and I did really enjoy it, and I've had this on so many TBRs, and I've had this book for so long that I'm like, I just need to get to it. And since it's a fantasy romance, it's perfect to pick up this week. I did say in my TBR this month that if I didn't read this book this month, I would unhaul it. So I want to read it. So I'm going to try to get to this one this week as well. And then there is also an activity prompt, which is to share your go-to drink order. So I will be doing that. But yeah, those are the plans for the week. I know there's going to be tons of reading sprints. I think there's reading sprints every day. So I'll definitely be hopping on to some of those. Yeah, I'm so excited for this readathon because it's like exactly what I'm in the mood to read right now. I think I'm gonna go start Angel's Blood right now, and yeah, I will let you know more about the plot once I get a little ways into it and can give you a better synopsis. I do have my live show for House of Sky and Breath with Christina later this afternoon, so I will have to stop to read for that. But I'm so excited to discuss it. It's our last book for the read along. I can't. And I can't wait to discuss it because, like, my God. But yeah, I'm gonna go hunker down on the couch now and get to reading. All right, I thought I would give a little bit of an update on Angel's Blood because I've just been flying through it. I am on page 184, so I'm like halfway through it already, and it's so fast. It's so fast. It's like such a quick read. I'm really enjoying it. I will say there is a little bit of cringy dialogue, and there are some things where I'm like, whoop, that's moving a bit fast in like the romance department, but I'm super intrigued. So basically it is about Elena, who is a vampire hunter, and it's like more like a bounty hunter. Like she doesn't like find them. It's not like Buffy where she like kills them, but she gets hired by this archangel who is like one of the most powerful beings in this world. Like archangels are like the top, okay? She gets hired by this archangel to do this job because she has this special ability where she can like scent things, and it makes it easier for her to find like whatever she's looking for. And so that's kind of like the whole setup for this is she gets hired for this job because it is an archangel that has like gone to the dark side basically, and he's like incredibly hard to track, and they're having a hard time with it. He's on this like killing spree and whatever, and so she is thrown together with this archangel Raphael. They have to work together to try to find this rogue archangel. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I really like the world that is getting set up, and I know that this series is like super long, and I'm really excited about that because like I just feel like it's just gonna be a fun time. I don't know that I'll be able to finish this before I go on my House of Sky and Breath live show, but I'll definitely finish this today because literally I'm already halfway through it, and I like looked up and I was like, oh dang, like time just flew. But yeah, it's so fast, and I think when I do finish this, I think I'm going to get like the next book because I think there's like 14 or 15 books in this series. Yeah, I'm really excited that I'm liking this. I really like the story, and for the most part I really like the writing. There's like a couple little like cringy dialogue moments where I'm like, no thank you. But other than that, really enjoying it, really liking the story, and I'm so happy about that. So I'm gonna go continue reading. I've got reading ambiance up on the TV. I've got probably like an hour and a half before I need to get set up for the live show. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and update because I'm already halfway through my first book. All right, hello. It is later now, and Christina and I had our House of Sky and Breath live show, which was so much fun. I love those live shows. It's just, I love Sarah J. Maas's books so much. So anytime that I can fangirl with some like-minded people, it's just always so fun. And the people in the comments section are just the best, and they make it so much fun. So it's been awesome. I can't wait until we do our big live show discussion where we talk about all of the books in full detail and full spoilers and everything. And we are planning on having like some of our other SJM girlies on that. It's just gonna be a really fun time, and I can't wait for that. But also, I just finished Angel's Blood by Nalini Singh, and this was so much fun. I'm like really excited about this because it's like a 14 or 15 book series, and I just had like so much fun reading this. Like I said, there were some lines that were a little bit cringy, and some like of the romance bits in this I thought moved a little fast, especially since this is the first book. But I loved it. It was so much fun. I'm so glad that I picked this up. I probably wouldn't have picked it up or had it been on my radar if Cami and Rachel weren't also like talking about picking it up. But this was great, and I'm really excited to get to the next book. I'm gonna give this 4 stars, but I absolutely loved this. This was so much fun. So I can't wait until I get the next book. I've already ordered a copy on Pango Books, so this is great. I loved it. So yeah, first book done in one day, first day. So that's pretty exciting. What did I use this for? A book with a morally gray character. So I'm gonna say that Raphael was the morally gray character, because he definitely is morally gray. More so than Elena. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym now and get my sweat on. Then I'm going to probably just come home and read. I have the house to myself tonight, so I'll probably pop on some more ambiance like I've got on behind me, and I'm just gonna read. I don't know which book I'm gonna pick up next yet. Maybe A Dawn of Onyx, because like I'm really excited about that one. I don't know. I'm gonna go work out and I will decide what I'm gonna pick up next, so I'll check in when I decide what that is. Hello everyone. It is now Monday evening, so it is technically day 2 of the readathon, day 3 for me. And yesterday I did go get Starbucks and I got my like go-to drink order, and then I went to the theater with my friend Maggie to see Titanic. They were doing like showing Titanic in theaters, and that's one of her favorite movies, so we went to go see that together, which was really good. But yeah, I figured I would update you on my reading. So I've been reading A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden, and I'm loving it. I got my Kindle right here. I'm gonna tell you the page number I'm on. I'm on page 224, so I'm about halfway, and oh my god, I'm absolutely loving it. It's so good. I actually ordered a physical copy of it because I'm loving it so much. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm like grinning the whole time that I'm reading it. I am just loving it. I don't know if I ever said what that one is about, but it's an enemies to lovers fantasy romance. And the main character, Arwen, her brother who like was fighting in this war comes back. He stole something from like the enemy soldiers. They're going to try to escape together. Her mom, her little sister and then her brother, and she ends up having to go back to get this medicine that her mom like really, really needs. And in that process, she gets captured by the enemy soldiers and brought back to the enemy kingdom, where she meets the enemy king, who is feared among like everyone. So he's known to be quite ruthless, quite violent, and that's basically where the story starts. So yeah, I am absolutely loving the banter between these two characters, and like, ooh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm having so much fun. So I'm going to try to read more of that tonight. I don't have any other plans tonight, so I'm just going to maybe take a bath and sit and read on my Kindle. But I do have another reading update. So I did actually start the audiobook for A Twist of the Blade by S.M. Gaither. I am reading A Dawn of Onyx physically on my Kindle, and so I needed an audiobook for my drive to work today. And honestly, my drive to and from work, I got like a lot read. I'm on page 92. I do not live that far from work, so it's crazy to me that I'm almost 100 pages into this already. But I did forget a little bit of like what was going on in the first book because it's been quite a while since I've read it. But I remember the ending very clearly, and I remember bits and pieces. Like, I remember enough, but at first I was like, wait, what's happening? But then I remember. And I feel like it's doing a really good job of like recapping kind of. But yeah, it basically picks up like right where the last book left off, which I'm quite happy with because I distinctly remember that ending. But yeah, I'm 92 pages into this. I am not going to read any more of this today, but I will just continue to listen to the audiobook on my commute to work, and after I finish A Dawn of Onyx, I'll focus on that one a bit more. But for right now, I just want to read A Dawn of Onyx because I'm just loving it so much. It's giving me 5-star vibes, and I'm having the best time. I'm having so much fun with it, and oh, I just love fantasy romance so much. It's so good. That's basically all I have for this update, so I will check back in when I have more to say. Alright, it is past my bedtime, but I just finished A Dawn of Onyx. Excuse me? This is a new favorite fantasy romance. 5 stars. When I tell you, I was squealing at certain parts, and like, the plot, it's there. Like, it's this, if I had read this in 2022, it would have made my favorites of the year list. I believe it's going to make my favorites of the year list this year, unless, like, I don't know, unless I read some really incredible books this year. But like, do not put this book off. You need to read it. If you like fantasy romance, please pick this book up. It has so many tropes that I love. It's enemies to lovers. It's like the snarky, dark, brooding, wicked king. There's touch her and you die. There's caretaking trope, one horse trope. There's just so many good ones. Oh, and there's like a nickname. He calls her Bird, and I know some people are like, I'm so sick of Bird being used as like a pet name or like a nickname between characters, but I love it. I love a nickname. I love a nickname. I cannot wait for the next book to come out. I believe this is going to be a trilogy. And all I know is that the next book has the word peridot in it. I don't know, but I think it's coming out hopefully soon. But I will be highly anticipating that sequel. Oh my god. It's just so good. It's so good. I love it. 5 stars, absolutely. You need to read it. Okay, but now before I go to bed, I actually did get some book mail that I figured I would open. These are my Pango Books orders. Okay, so this one is Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. I don't know very much about this other than like it's like a second chance romance, and it's been compared to Normal People. It says a misconnection, a second chance at love. I think it's supposed to be very messy. I know Rachel read it, and I can't remember what she gave it, like 3.5 or a 4 or a 3. I can't remember, but I'm curious to read it, and I do have the audiobook for this one, so I'll be picking this up sometime soon. And then this beast Okay, so there are 2 books in this package. The first one is one of, if not my favorite classic of all time, which is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I already have a copy of this book, but I don't have this cover, and I really like this cover. And I just like how it looks. And it was really cheap on Pango Books, so I got it. I don't really have another excuse other than that. The other book I got is quite hefty, and it is The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. So I am going to be buddy reading this with my friend Maggie. We both love The Lord of the Rings, but we've never read the books. So we are going to be working our way through this thing. It's gonna be so good. I mean, I'm nervous because I know that his writing is like very like dense, very descriptive writing and stuff. So I am a little bit nervous, but I'm also very excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait to read this. And I really like this edition because it has all of the books in it. So yeah, that is my little Pango haul for the night. But like I said, it's past my bedtime because I wanted to stay up to finish A Dawn of Onyx. So I can't wait to get my physical copy. I hope it comes during this vlog so I can open it because I'm so excited. I'll probably reread it at some point this year so that I can annotate in it because I just loved it so much. But yeah, that's going to be it for this update. So I will see you all in my next check-in. Hello everyone. It is, what day is it? Wednesday evening, and I have some updates. So first update is, let me get this bookmark out of here. I finished A Twist of the Blade by S.M. Gaither. I did really like this. Well, I shouldn't say that. I really liked the romance in this and all of the moments where the 2 love interests interact. I was here for every second of that. The plot, it was good. It was fine. I just didn't care. Like, I just wanted more of the romance, and any time where we would be talking about the plot, I was like, I don't care. I did like it. I shouldn't act like I didn't like it. I did like it, but I think I'm gonna give this a 3.5 because, like I said, I didn't really care about like the plot and what was happening. I'm still interested to know what's going to happen with the plot, and like I'm glad that there is plot there. Maybe this book was just too long. Like, it's 600 pages. I don't think it needed to be 600 pages. So maybe that's what it was. Like, maybe I did like the plot. It was just too dragged out. That's probably what it was. But yeah, 3.5 for my rating for this. I will still continue the series. I'm going to try to catch up on the books before the final book comes out. And I think it comes out in August, I want to say. So there's only 2 books left that I have to catch up on. So the 3rd and the 4th book, and then the 5th and final book comes out in August. So I am going to be reading those in the coming months. Maybe I'll even try to pick one up next month while I'm still like in this fantasy mood. But yeah, 3.5 stars for this. But now I have some unboxings. So one of the packages I did already open because there was something else in the package besides books that I really wanted to get to, and I just couldn't be bothered to film opening that. So I already technically opened this, but it's the Daughter of No Worlds paperback and the Children of Fallen Gods paperback. So I did have Daughter of No Worlds already in hardcover. Listen, I don't know why I'm like this. I don't understand why I feel the need to do this, but I bought the paperback because I really want the fantasy book paperback thing to be a thing for me, I guess. I don't even know. I've just really been enjoying reading my fantasies in paperback, and normally I've just been such a hardcover girly, so I'm just embracing the paperback life. So I got Daughter of No Worlds in paperback, and then I got the second book, which I will hopefully be picking up this month. But yeah, I'm really excited about these. I can go put Daughter of No Worlds up on my paperback fantasy romance shelf, and then I will put this on my TBR cart for whenever I decide to pick it up. I'll probably try to pick this up this week if I can. If I can't get to it for the Fantasy Romance Readathon, Romantasy Readathon, what is this called? I'll try to pick it up next week sometime. Okay, and then this package, which again, I know what it is, but I'm so excited to open it. That literally didn't open the package. It's still sealed. Okay, anyway. It's A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like a glossy cover, which I was not expecting, but I'm so happy to have a physical copy of this book in my hands. It's so pretty. Yeah, I'm very happy to have the physical copy of this in my hands. Love it. So now tonight I have to take Ellie to the vet, and then I'm going to go to the gym after that. And then I'm going to be preparing for tomorrow, which is the Daisy Hates the Great Undoing book club Instagram live. Listen, I was asked to be like a book club co-host for Daisy Hates the Great Undoing on the Magnolia Parks Universe, like official Instagram live. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I love those books so freaking much, and I cannot wait to talk about them. And like, oh, I am absolutely elated, and I'm so honored that they asked me to be a part of it. I cannot wait. But it's for specific chapters. It's like a middle portion of the book, so I want to like reread certain parts and like make sure I don't accidentally spoil something for future chapters, just in case somebody hasn't finished the book yet. So I'll be doing that when I get back from the gym tonight, and kind of like taking notes and like jotting things down that I really want to talk about on that Instagram live. But I'm so excited. But the next book that I will be picking up for this readathon is, what is it called? A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows, I think, by Holly Renee. I'll pop a picture up on the screen because I'm going to read it on KU. But it's supposed to be really short, and I know it's very spicy. But yeah, that's the next book that I will be reading for this. And then I still have to get to the group book. I also really need to fill out my reading journal because I haven't done that in a while. So I'll probably have to do that. I don't think that this book fulfilled any of the reading prompts. Honestly, I don't even know what prompts I have completed and what ones I have left, because I haven't been talking about it. I've been doing such a poor job up during this readathon. So yeah, I've got to go fill out my reading journal. I've got to make a thumbnail for my bookshelf tour, which should be easy. And then I got to go take Ellie to the vet. So we need to get cracking here. So I will check back in probably tomorrow sometime. Hello everyone, it is Thursday night now and I just got done on the Magnolia Parks Universe Instagram live talking about Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. Oh my god, that was so much fun, first of all, because we got to talk about some of my favorite scenes from the whole book, and oh my god, I just had the best time, and I'm just so honored that they asked me to be on their book club because they're like a big deal and I'm just like a little baby in the big sea of booktube and bookstagram and just like the book world in general, and I'm just so honored that they asked me, and it was just so much fun. I did have to go back and like reread those chapters just to like make sure I didn't accidentally spoil something or whatever. And I was taking notes on all of the things that were happening, and I'm like, I need to do a reread because just like reading those favorite parts again and some of my favorite quotes. I love it. Anyways, that is not a fantasy romance bookish update, but still, it was still exciting. So I do have an update about what I have been reading. So I picked up A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee, and I DNF'd it. So I got like 90 something pages into it, and the plot is fine, the writing is fine. The romance would be fine if there was any sort of build up to it, but there wasn't. It was literally like just getting like thrown into the deep end. And like there was just like no connection really. It was just like, I don't know. It was too fast. Like 91 pages. This is a 3-book series. Drag it out like just a little bit. It was just so fast that I was like almost laughing at the things they were saying because I'm like, literally how? You just met yesterday. I don't know. It was too rushed for my liking, and so I could tell that I was just going to be annoyed, so I DNF'd it. So I was going to use that for the forbidden romance prompt, but now that I DNF'd it, I'm not going to be doing that. I do think that A Twist of the Blade could count as like a bit of a forbidden romance-ish. It's a little more of a stretch to get there, but I don't have another book to replace this for forbidden romance, so I'm just gonna count that one since I didn't use A Twist of the Blade for any of the prompts, and like it does kind of fit. So anyways, now I'm going to be picking up the group book pick. So that is Court of Ravens and Ruins by someone. I'll pop up the picture. I don't know the author's name, but that's the last book that I think I'm going to be reading for this readathon. I've really only got 1 day left since I started a day early, so I'm going to hopefully finish that. I do have the audiobook for it, and I have it on my Kindle, so I'm probably gonna go start it maybe. I actually don't know. Maybe I'll save it for tomorrow and just start it tomorrow. It's really short too. I don't know how many pages it is, but the audiobook is only like 3 hours. It's really, really short. So I definitely think I can finish that tomorrow. And then that'll be the end of this readathon. All right, hello everyone. It is now Sunday after the Romantasy Readathon has ended. Technically, mine ended on Friday night because I started a day early, but I did try to pick up the group book Court of Ravens and Ruins, and I only got like 50 pages into that, and I just like wasn't super like, I wasn't really feeling anything for it, honestly. Like, I didn't really care about anything that was going on. I wasn't intrigued. I wasn't hating it. Like, I just felt nothing for it. And so I just decided, like, I don't know. I didn't feel like I wanted to continue it. I don't know that I'm officially DNFing it because I have the audiobook and there's literally only like an hour and a half left of it. So I could just like finish it up. But I have heard kind of like mediocre things about it anyways. But I don't know. I might still give it a chance even though the readathon is over. I might still try to finish it, but for now it's like a soft DNF. I might finish it next week or something. I'm not sure. But I did decide to start Children of Fallen Gods by Carissa Broadbent. I don't know that this counts as a fantasy romance. I mean, I'm halfway into it. I got to page 274 and very little romance has happened even though it's the second book. So I still don't think I would classify this series as a fantasy romance series. It's just a fantasy series that happens to have some romance. So I don't know that it counts overly much for this readathon, but I did read this. So yeah, like I said, I got 274 pages in and I am really enjoying it. I think I might be liking it more than the first one, or about as much as the first one. I don't know. I just really liked Sana, and I like where the plot, where the story is going right now. We also got introduced to a new point of view, so I'm curious about that character as well. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much about this one since it's the sequel, but I am really enjoying it. So overall, I would say that this readathon is like a sort of success because I did complete 3 of the prompts. I just didn't finish the group book, but I read 3 fantasy romances for this, and I think that's awesome. And I found a new favorite fantasy romance. A Dawn of Onyx was 5 stars. Absolutely amazing. I love it so much. I cannot wait for the next book to come out. A Twist of the Blade was really good. I did enjoy that one, and I do want to continue the series, so I'll hopefully be picking up the 3rd book sometime very soon. And then Angel's Blood, which I thought was great. It was such a fun time, and I've already started the 2nd book in that series as well. So I had a great time. It was really fun. I love, love, love fantasy romance. So thank you, Tori, for making this readathon. It was really, really fun. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, you can let me know by liking and subscribing down below, and comment down below what your favorite fantasy romance of all time is. Mine is obviously A Court of Mist and Fury, but I have so many fantasy romances that I just absolutely adore. So I would love your recommendations too. If you know, I haven't read these ones, I would love for you to leave a fantasy romance recommendation down in the comments down below. And thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!